In this video, we will cover getting the air compressor ready for use.
Okay, just a couple of things to cover on the compressor before we actually put any paint in or anything like that. I've currently plugged the compressor into a 240 volt outlet and turned it on. So this compressor is now ready when I turn the switch on to compress the air and have it ready to come out through the little air gun. So there's a couple of points you just need to watch out for. First of all, whenever you compress air, you will have a water will come out of the compressor with the air in small little beads of water, and if you're not careful, it will come out through the airline and come out onto your paint job. So that's what this little trap here is for. This is to trap any or the majority of the moisture, and after a period of time you might see that there's a little bit of water which is slowly building up in the water trap. So it's only a matter of just pushing the little button underneath, like so, pushing it up, and the air pressure inside will then just blow the water out. And we'll do that shortly. But that's what this is about, to try and reduce the amount of water coming out through the air gun itself. This is a regulator, and this is used to change the output pressure of from the compressor. So a reduced amount of air will give you or assist to give you a finer work line when you're painting. So first of all, we're going to turn this on. This compressor is set, and it will stop at around about 50 psi all on its own, and then it will restart somewhere around about 30-35 psi. So and that will cycle. If you drop the pressure below, it will continue to run. So we'll just turn it on. It'll only take around about 3 to 5 seconds to reach maximum pressure, and then just turn off. And it's now turned off. So if I now operate the little air gun, we'll remove the cap, like so. Now reduce the pressure and the compressor will start up again. So that's what will happen when you're using the paint gun. As you're using it, the compressor will start, and when you stop, the compressor will then follow up and stop a few seconds later. When you're going to do some finer work, and it's a lot of trial and error, it depends on the pressure you've got, it depends on the viscosity of the paint. So you can vary the pressure, and usually the lower the pressure, the finer the output of the gun is. But to reduce the pressure, you have to have, and to take a reading, you have to actually have the air flowing through. You can't just wind the regulator because it will not change the setting on the gauge. So what we do is we operate the air like so, and we then lift this adjustment knob on the top here, which is lifted straight up, and now we're ready to adjust. Now at the moment it's running at around about 30 psi, but if we wanted to take it down to 15 psi, it's only a matter of winding it down backwards slowly. And you can see there now, as we lower the pressure, coming over the top a little bit, that's it, and it'll come down further and further. Now if we want to increase the pressure, then again we leave our finger on I've still got my finger on the air gun, and you wind it, and you will see the pressure will go up, like so. So I'm just going to wind it down a little bit. You can hear I've still got my hand operating the gun, and we're going to take it down so far. It's around about 25 psi, 20 to 25. Now, if I now remove my hand from the gun, that will turn the air supply off, and this will continue on then to pump it up to 50 psi. So now The gauge will not show the 50 psi because this here is measuring what is on the output. But the distance from the compressor to the regulator is actually running at 50 psi. And as we use this, it will continue just to have that slow output, like so. So the gauge is there showing the actual output of the regulator, not the output of the compressor. So that will stay here at around about 25 psi as I'm using it and when I let it go, even though the compressor is still running for that few seconds later on. Okay? When you've got the pressure set, just push that down like so. Now the operation of the little air gun is down and back. So down turns the air on, and as you come back, so the paint starts to flow. Two actions, down and back.